Well, hello there, people in the viewerverse. 'Tis I, Captain of the Steves. How do? And I'm already joined by Scottish on the Rods. Hello there, Scottish Rod. And we've also got Old Explorer down here on a very dodgy headset. I've boosted him as best as you can. How are you doing, Ed?
I'm doing very well. You guys?
Yeah, doing good, buddy. Doing good. Cool. So, we've had an emoji drop today. And it's an apple, funny enough.
Predictable.
Yeah, I think we could all guess that it was going to be an apple. In fact, I put a poll out on the old Tinterwebs the other week, didn't I? And now let me see if I can bring that one up quickly. Let's have a look. So over here, let's put that on that screen. That might help. So over on here, I put out a little poll a little while ago of 4 possibilities. I put an apple for Apple Mac, a new alien race, space stations, or a backpack for expeditions. And 44% of the viewing public said it'd be an Apple Mac for Apple. Yep. So we all guessed it. We all knew what was going to happen. And sure enough, we got an apple. So yeah, Sean Murray's tweet came out earlier today, 3 hours ago. Little apple. And it's sent everything into craziness. I mean, if you just hit on up the comments on here, we'll have a quick look at what we've got. We've got lots of little animated GIFs and all sorts of stuff going on, just like we always do. Some really creative ones. We've got some real creative people out there in the viewerverse, haven't we? It's pretty cool.
I tried to think of something subversive to think for an apple, but I couldn't think of anything. I was overthinking it, probably.
Well, I've had a few people say, what has an apple and a space station got in common? They both have a core. A space station core. So some people are...
Yeah, but did they pip them?
Yeah.
Seeds. Space station upgrade. It's going to have seeds in it. We finally can seed the systems. There we go.
I'll just boost you guys a little bit more. There we go. That's probably better. Actually, Old Explorer, you just want to stand off again, just checking levels.
All right. How's that?
Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that's in yellow now. Yeah, you were both just hitting just below before. So sorry about that.
Better?
Hopefully that's better. We'll have to see if people inside of the chat let us know if everything's good. Everybody's saying hello to everyone. He's in the Nexus. No, I'm not. I'm not in the Nexus. No, I'm just. I'm still playing with my green screen, but this is not my green screen setup. So what else have we got? So over on Facebook. Oh no, that's where I was just talking to Rod earlier. So Rod sent me this over. So this is the Metal 3 sort of stuff over on Apple. So if I hit this up, you'll see in the background that they're actually got No Man's Sky on an Apple Mac in part of
New features that will unleash the full potential of Apple Silicon for years to come.
This is from last year.
Gaming at maximum resolution and quality looks
on this
awesome.
for quite some time.
And to help game developers increase the performance of realistic and immersive graphics, we're introducing Metal Effects Upscaling, which enables developers to render rich, visually complex scenes even faster.
Is this better, Captain Steve?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I was playing the Apple Mac thing there, but you could look. Yeah, that's okay. Hopefully you got the general gist of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all good. So we've got that going on. And I've done a poll over on the old YouTube. Let me try and bring that one up.
Why do I not see that?
There's probably a bit of a delay. You're not going to see it if you're just on Discord, so you might need a phone open or something like that.
I have your thing open on TV as well.
Oh, okay. There'll be a little bit of a delay. It's about 7 seconds or so. But here we go. So the emoji has dropped for the next update for No Man's Sky. What do you think this means for us on all other platforms? So it's kind of a given that the Apple Mac is going to be a port over to them. But what else is going to happen for us? And I put nothing. Mac ports release only, and 46% has hit that up. And there's been 116 votes, so 46% of that have voted just a Mac port. 32%, which is second in the poll, and Expedition and some quality life improvements like Fractal. And that's kind of where I sit. You got new stations, station override, and some more content plus an Expedition. Only 7% went as far as going to that. I think that's probably more likely to be the summer update. Then hope they just. Sure. Sorry.
Yeah, carry on.
And then hope they stop all the crashes, multiplayers, and bugs. And then the last one, don't care, stop playing No Man's Sky, because I've had a lot of people hit me up and say that until they fix the bugs and the crashes, I'm not playing it. So where do you guys sit on that, Scottish Rod?
Yeah, I'm 50-50. Expedition and update for Mac, but I'm also thinking maybe a big update more along the lines of Next. When it came to the Xbox, there's a bit of me thinking there might be something, but that's no, that's maybe hopeful thinking.
Yeah.
Because there's no sale coming along with it neither. Because it's a new platform, so I doubt there's going to be a sale.
Yeah, it's
this cycle.
Thing, isn't it?
So they might have to put a big update if there's no sale as well. But then big updates could cause a lot of problems for them. So, yeah, you can see my mind working. I'm going, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot. If it's what I think it is and everyone else thinks it is in the media world, basically it's a VR AR, so it might be focusing purely on that.
Yeah.
So you might get the space stations because that's already there. That's more of a graphical update.
Yeah.
But anything else?
Yeah, true. Okie dokie. And yourself, Ed?
I think the same thing. I don't think we're going to get a lot if we do. We'll get something just for the other people, but I don't think it'll be a lot of stuff. I think you'll get a big update later that'll be here's a summer update all just for the guys that aren't.
Yeah.
I think they got their hands full trying to get the Mac going, really.
Same. And also, I think if they were to bring any additional quality of life stuff in, I think they might bring in maybe cross-save. So, you might be able to move your save from PlayStation to PC or from PC over to Mac or whatever your preferred platform is. I think that might be on the cards. Might not be this update. It might be a future one. But I think that's on the cards in the very near future.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that could be all right, couldn't it?
I think it will be an expedition.
Yeah.
I think there will be an expedition.
They might do something like that. We didn't get one last time, so.
Because that doesn't screw with the base game too much.
Well, they tried to do 4 a year. We've only had one this year, which came with Fractal, which was the Utopia one. I'm wondering if they do put out another expedition this time, it would be more Sentinel focused. The last one was kind of more to do with pirates and outlaws in a roundabout way. I'm wondering whether this one might be more to do with the corrupted Sentinels and maybe the corruption coming through. The last one was Utopia. It'd be interesting if this one was Dystopia, considering there's all the corruption and that. But yeah, does make you wonder.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about a Mac-themed expedition. What would be a Mac-themed expedition?
I would assume too this update, if it's Mac, the normal players like you, us, that I'm on Xbox, that Captain Steve's on PlayStation, we wouldn't get an update at all. Really, I would say I don't think you'd download a Mac if you're not using a Mac, would you? I would assume.
No.
Oh no, no, you wouldn't need to. No, but they can.
I mean, it wouldn't
more
be
than just.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't just be an update.
Yeah, no, it won't be. Yeah. It won't be just a launch on Apple and then nothing else. There's going to be. They always put additions to it.
There'll be some small additions. I'd imagine it's like with Fractal and with the Waypoint update. They changed the way that we use our modules and put in boosted modules. I believe in Waypoint, didn't they? So they changed that up a bit. And inside of the next one, Fractal, they added in the new discoveries area for our catalogue. So something that I think they might add in is at the moment when you go to those new discoveries, it says something like 38 out of 70 odd found, even though you've got everything found that you possibly can right now. So I wonder if they're going to add in some more discoveries for our Wonders catalogue. I think that might happen. I think that could be on the card.
Yeah, I'm more thinking about it's definitely going to be Expedition and possibility of them fixing the space stations, because ships landing at space stations is broken as well at the moment.
Yeah,
it's very slow. Yeah, very slow. Everything seems slow and broken at the space stations. There's something they're holding back on there.
Yeah, I totally agree on that. Yeah, it's not quite right.
The only crash I've been getting, I mentioned to Captain Steve Ruiz on my Xbox, is the game runs smooth as silk unless I try to access my Galaxy map from my freighter. It hangs every time.
Yeah, I've had a fair few different people hit up a few replies on that actual poll that I've got. There's like one here by Phoenix. It says, "My heart quickly sank upon seeing that emoji. As the Switch player, whose game has been completely unplayable for over a month, it feels like that announcement that Hello Games is moving on, considering the game has only been out on Switch for approximately 7 months, and as I said, entirely unplayable for one of those 7. That's pretty bad. So I'm in the camp of just waiting for the crashes to get fixed until or unless that occurs, I won't be able to enjoy any of its content anyway. So yeah, we need some fixes, as in yesterday. And I agree with that wholeheartedly, because seeing Budget Reno struggle to play this, and his streams, you know, it's not good at all.
They've already messing around with the core of the game because they're porting it to another platform. They're probably already, because the delay in fixing those bugs seems suspicious.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking that for a few weeks because I've been getting people commenting as well. Basically, it made me think, well, they must be doing something there if they're not fixing it. Because if it was a simple, let's just fix that, it wouldn't affect any future releases unless they're already working on it.
True that.
I don't know if it's but James McSee just posted in your live chat that it's now a green apple instead of a red apple.
What? Over on Twitter? Are you having a laugh?
I don't know. That's what he said. I think he posted it before when we were watching Enris this morning, and he's the one that posted that he dropped an emoji while he was doing it. So
okay,
I don't know.
Let's just pop on over to Sean's Twitter. So here we go, Sean Murray. Let's scroll on down. Let's see if. Oh yeah, we've got a green apple. Oh, just 4 minutes ago. It is a real thing. That has just happened. Thanks for the heads up. Sean tweeted another apple emoji, a green apple this time. Well, thank you very much there. Propaganda goodness. Cool name as well. And that was a nice bit of propaganda for No Man's Sky there. Green apple. Okay. So
does that mean it's going to be a sour update?
I have no idea. That's just thrown me a little. Okay.
yeah. Well, the apple did come in different colours.
This is true. Heck yes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for the $4.99 as well. It did help your comment get noticed, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's 73 people in there. I can see that it's moving nice and quick. If any of you guys spot anything in there, like Ed or yourself, Rod, spot anything that you feel I need to read out, or if you want to read out an answer to, that would be cool.
I have the live chat open, and your poll never came up here. I never got to vote in it. It never showed up in the live chat.
No, you have to go to Steve's channel and go to community.
I thought you said it was in the live chat, and I wasn't there, so that's why I said it's not there.
No. It's in his community post.
Yeah, community post. Yeah. So, that's why he wasn't seeing it. He's looking in the wrong place. Good.
I was looking in the wrong place.
Good. No worries. So there's also the Quicksilver items. Now, the geometric cape is the last thing inside of the Quicksilver items at the moment. But before the geometric cape was there was a load of emojis. Like when you see NPCs with these holograms in their hands like ships or multi-tools. There was loads of those there a little while ago. Then they all vanished, got replaced with the geometric cape. I'm wondering whether they might come back into the Quicksilver store. There's also the solar winged helmet type the solar helmet that we still haven't got. I'm thinking that might get dropped in at some point. Don't know whether that be an expedition reward or Quicksilver item. And Sentinel ship trails, which are still locked out when you go to your freighter cosmetics. We can't actually unlock those yet, so I think that might drop either as an expedition reward or Quicksilver item as well. So I think there could be quite a lot that might come into this update in cosmetic bits, fluffy dicey type stuff. I don't know whether there'll be anything substantial. Rod, can you think of anything that might be substantial that might drop in this update if we are to get anything content related?
See, this is the thing. I keep going, it's going to be basic expedition, Then another part of me is going, no, it's going to be something bigger. It really depends on how big, if they're going to be at the expo, if they're going to be on the stage. If they're on the stage, then there's a chance it's going to be something bigger, and that's why they've been working on it for a year. Because they have been working on it. It's been a year they've been working on this in the background.
Now, something that could be big hardware-wise, Apple-wise, which you've been telling me about for a while, is the VR tech.
AR, VR blended together. It's 4K screens.
Per eye.
So it's super. No, I think it's 4K or 8K. Something ridiculously crazy. But the thing about them is they're going to have 12 4K cameras in the front.
What? How much are these things going to cost?
the top end is going to be about $3,000. They've gone to town, and this is what it's like. So basically, it's going to be camera perfect.
Yeah.
And they've also been, the reason it was delayed is because it's all going to be touch.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll be doing that with your fingers and.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't even envisage it. It sounds out of this world. Do you think there's a chance that they might showcase the glasses inside of this?
Oh yeah, that's everything is basically about tomorrow's about the VR AR. Okay. And the AR aspect of it is augmented reality, which is the largest part of the where they're going to make a lot of the money because it'll be corporate. Okay. So the corporate side of it will be using for your modelling stuff. And you've got created some sort of model, you need the top end spec on everything. So you model something and you pass it over to someone who can inspect it in virtual.
So this show, it goes on for a number of days, doesn't it? It goes on from the 5th until...
Oh no, the expo is only on the 5th.
Okay.
It's 6 p.m. our time, UK, 10 a.m. their time.
Alright.
And it'll just be a couple hours, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, so it'll be everything. And then the following days is like... It's a developers conference, so all the developers were going to go backstage and they're going to do this, that and the other.
Okay.
So you have all the...
What's the likelihood that they might put out No Man's Sky on the 5th for Mac? Or do you think they'll put it out like the 6th or 7th?
Very interesting. I got a feeling it's going to be Monday.
You got a feeling it'll be Monday?
The fact the Emoji's here and it's 7 days till the launch, I got a feeling it's going to be the Monday. If it's not this week, it's the Monday. And it'll be launched then because it means this is the Apple thing. Whenever they show something, if they want the headlines, they go and it's available in the stores now.
Now, yeah, they've done
that. And then and then everyone goes to the shops and buys a new headset, and everyone goes and buys the games, and it's like.
And Hello Games would be stupid not to take advantage of that spotlight. Yeah.
If that's the whole setting up of this new product, because this is the guy who took over, I can't remember his name, Apple, Tim Rice.
Yeah.
When he took over Apple, this will be his first pure product that's not been a Steve Jobs product in the past.
Okay.
Because he's basically been working on a lot of his stuff has been intellectual property and patents. It's where Apple makes all its money. So this will be his first product launch rather than patents and developing the background stuff and being all over the place.
You know, like Xbox got a limited edition Xbox helmet.
But I can't get.
Can you not? You're on Xbox, aren't you?
I am, but I only had my Xbox about a year and a half ago for Christmas, and it's not unless you got it, I guess when it was original, you figure they'd give it away some way that you could get in to get it, because I'm on Xbox, but I can't get it.
Yeah, platform perks or something like that.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Because the Switch, they got like a multi-tool and a nice ship, didn't they, really? PlayStation VR players didn't get anything, but it would have been nice to be able to run around with a VR helmet on or something, couldn't it? That would be cool.
But you should think that if you join the game on, say it doesn't matter who it is, you buy a PlayStation version and you put it in, if there was a special perk for PlayStation and or Xbox or Switch, it should be available when you just bought, and in Canada the game's $80. So you buy that game, I can't even get the bloody helmet.
Yeah, that does suck a little bit. I didn't realise that. I thought every Xbox player would just have it in redeem features or whatever. I know I did have the redeem features button when I pre-ordered, but now I've moved over to PlayStation 5. I can't claim the old pre-order stuff that I actually paid for, which is annoying.
I lost my pre-order as well quite some time ago.
Yeah.
I got rid of my hard copy and got a digital copy instead because if I'm multiplayer, I prefer digital.
Yeah.
I know you can dig it out on PC because Ricey did. He showed me. He says if you had a PC in the editor, you can get the Xbox helmet, but it doesn't do you any good otherwise. No,
that's right. I was just thinking, what would they give Apple? Would people be running around with giant Apple heads or something?
I have no idea.
You never know with them.
Yeah. Or would they give, like the Apple logo had all the rainbowy type colour. I wonder if they'd do a special ship that's in line with the Apple logo or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible. I don't know. I've updated all my systems in case I decide to buy it on the Mac.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, because I dug into some files. I dug back, and basically Metal 3 supports any Mac computer from 2019-20 cycle forward. So basically, the older Intel chips which I've been running, well, not too old, the last Intel chip series should be able to run the iMac. The No Man's Sky with Metal 3 forward, but anything behind that, you've no luck. Kovacs head with an Apple logo. Oh no, I'd be a Viking.
Something outside of all the Apple Mac speculation is I saw over on Twitter, Oaksar, he had like a multiple continuous thread. I've been trying to look for it, I can't find it, mainly because I don't know how to spell Oaksar. But yeah, anyway, he had this multiple thread, and it was talking about a chap that was on his Discord that's friends with somebody that works at Hello Games. We've all heard this before with leaks, haven't we? It's somebody who knows somebody. And they were saying about the whole new title that Hello Games is working on, the new IP, is now in alpha stage. So there's quite a strong chance that we might hear something from Hello Games in the very near future about their new IP. And I was thinking, if it is a space-related one, then perhaps that makes sense, because, you know, Starfield is about to drop. Depending on how popular Starfield is at drop and how many players leech over to Starfield, or if their player numbers start to drop or dwindle on No Man's Sky, then I'd imagine Hello Games might be forced to show their hand if they are at alpha stage, if that rumour or leak is correct. There's also mention about them moving away from Blender to ZBrush for their new game, and also using C++. Which all sounds kind of legit, but then a lot of these leaks do kind of sound legit, and some of them never come to fruition, but then some in part do, so there might be part truths there. We don't know, we can only but wait and see, but I would like to hope that we hear what Hello Games' new IP is by the end of the year. The last we heard of it is Sean Murray, previous year or previous interview that he'd done, said that the team is split. Half the team works on No Man's Sky, half the team works on the new IP, and if they're excited about something happening over on No Man's Sky, they can come over to there. There's no forced teams, people to and fro from each of the different projects, and neither is hampering each other. They're going along quite swimmingly and quite well. So it sounds all positive stuff from Hello Games in the studio there. What are you guys hoping if we do get an announcement? Are you hoping that it's going to be another space adventure or just something completely different?
I do. I hope it's space.
I think it's going to be space. I think they're going to stick to, they'll do their other little indie games and develop other interests, but I think it's going to be space.
Yeah, I kind of feel that same.
I don't know what kind of space games it is. I don't think they're going to go as big as they did with No Man's Sky. It'll be huge. But I don't think I'll have 256 galaxies.
No. No.
Shocking.
Maybe just one.
Shocking output in the live chat. I hope we get a new Kate nobody can see.
Yes.
Well, we're about to unlock one.
Yeah.
So we're definitely getting that one, the geometric one. But yeah, it'd be nice if they could fix that. Real Cape physics that doesn't drop frame rate would be lovely.
Oh, I found a press release, but it's from January the 17th.
Oh yeah?
From Apple. Apple unveils MacBook Pro featuring the M2 Pro and M2 Max with more game-changing performance.
Cool.
I just hope it doesn't. I hope the new Mac update doesn't screw up our system more again, just like the Interceptor one did.
Oh no, it's not going to. It's not going to be like the Switch.
What I saw with what I saw with the metal technology is an upscaling utility, really, isn't it?
And downscaling. Yeah. So it basically, what it does is it back ends all the rendering. And so basically all the Macs couldn't. The reason Macs were not a gaming platform is because no one could port games to them because it was a pain in the bum. Well, Meta 3 basically means that all those issues that they had with porting games is gone.
Cool.
But not only that, when you port a game to a Mac now, it will now be able to be ported to every single version.
Wow.
And it can be upscaled or downscaled depending on the system. And it's a simple little tweak that you go like that to downscale it to be on an iPad, or tweak it up to go into like the top end Mac Pros.
Yeah.
But like those, no one can afford them. They're about 40 grand. The problem with it. Those are used by Pixar for movie business and stuff like that.
Well, if it is going over to Mac, is Mac's all digital, isn't it? I mean, it's very rare that you go into a shop and ask for an Apple Mac game, isn't it? Like with box art.
Or you could buy the game in box art, but I doubt it. I think it'll be digital. So, everything they do is digital, yeah.
I've never pick it up. The last box art was Origins, wasn't it? You'd think that Hello Games would think, okay, well, it's coming to a new platform, it's going to need a new box, and maybe we might see some. But then again, they did the same with Switch, didn't they?
It depends if it's boxed with a new headset.
Okay, yeah.
Well, but then they would just need a digital code. They wouldn't actually have to have a CD. No, Macs don't have any CD drives. What am I talking about? They got rid of the DVD and the CD drive. There are no drives. It's all digital. It's all cloud-based, and it's all cloud, and you can buy a separate one.
Propaganda goodness is back at it. Just dropped us another $19.99 in US dollars. Oh, thank you very much, propaganda. Yeah, nice one.
Yeah, I'm at the Apple Store, Adam, right now, looking for keeping an eye on things.
Yeah, well, that's probably the best place to watch, isn't it, to be honest? I mean, we can watch the depots, but yeah, watching Apple Mac news is because it's always the software or hardware houses that leak something, isn't it? Whenever that's going over to a new platform, they always slip up and a trailer comes out early or some artwork that they shouldn't have published. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, except with the Apple, it's like, well, they made sure that everyone knew that the VR glasses were coming. So everyone would be watching. But for the Apple thing, the fact that it appeared on Steam gave it away. And that confused me, the fact it was on Steam. So there must be some deal they have. Why I said is like, why is it on Steam? Is because I think there's a deal with Apple on Steam as well, so it's all integrated.
Well, Scottish Rod, how come you figure if Xbox is so big, why haven't they tried to do a VR thing? I've never seen anything from them about a VR headset.
Because Microsoft is more of a software company than a hardware company. Always has been. Yeah, they tried hardware a few times and they always screw it up. They did do a good phone, but the software they had in the phone were great, but they tried to keep it exclusive to their own phones, and that screwed it up rather than just doing what Google did. They should have made that software available to compete with Google. And it would have been better. But yeah. But then they have invested some money in some of the systems. But they don't
have the Xbox, so you figure they
I know. No, I mean on the computer side of things, they do develop some stuff. But they're not heavily into the patent business, and that's where you where you make most money. Sony, Samsung, and Apple develop a lot of stuff that ends up in lots of other systems. Which is basically they've developed something and then that patent ends up in loads and loads of other companies that they don't use themselves. Yeah, so, and then, because Apple's a closed, they can test systems out. Like the USB-C that they don't use in their phones is basically 1/3 owned by Apple. So basically every single phone has to pay Apple some money. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry if that spiraled off into lots of different...
I just think that VR tech hasn't quite reached its full potential yet. You know, like Get Ready Player One with all the haptic feedback suits and stuff like that. I think if it got to that stage, then you know, Microsoft would be like, right, now we need to develop some stuff. Yeah.
But you might just add to it. It might help sell the more Xboxes if they had the VR. And just like I know a lot of players look at Jason Plays. He didn't have a PS5, but he was dying to get one now because the headset came out and he was dying to get one, and you got to buy a PS5 to use the headset.
Yeah, well,
I'm hoping that.
Sorry, go, Rod.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm hoping that when they'll do it, there'll be the two models. They do the two model launch for the headset, the $3,000 top of the range and the 1,500 mid range. Or else I need a sugar lady or sugar daddy to get me my headset from Apple.
Yeah,
I don't think I could sell organs for it because I screwed them all up.
With Jason getting his PlayStation 5, I was watching him do the PlayStation showcase, and as soon as he saw Metal Gear Solid and the remastered old versions of Metal Gear, he was like, right, I'm buying one, and he bought it for the Metal Gear. I think the fact that it's got VR is just a bonus. I think he just really wants to jump in and play the Metal Gear Solid games. But other than that, I've just hit him up with some messages saying, you know, are there any other games that you've got your eyes on, like multiplayer? Is there any chance of doing a collab at some point on other games? And I pointed out I want to do Blue Protocol and see if he's up for that. He replied, and he seems quite positive with something along those lines. Once he's got his PlayStation up and running, he's actually found games that he likes. But at the moment, he's just been playing that Dark Souls remake or Demon Souls remake. The remake of the Souls game is what he's playing at the moment. But yeah, I think he's going to stick mainly to PC, I'd imagine. I mean, the PC has got so many better games. I hate to say it, even though I'm a PlayStation owner and a PlayStation fan, at the moment there's not a great wealth of PlayStation 5 games.
That's the same across the whole industry, though.
It is. Well, on PC.
And it's the same with all creative industries because China basically banned all Western games and all movies. Really? That's why everything's gone to... Yeah, they banned it all.
Oh.
They banned everything. That's why everyone's in so much strife and everyone's... I'm surprised no one's pointed this out. No, everyone's playing the little games and ignoring the business side. No, they banned games and they banned movies.
Oh, okay.
That's why international sales have gone down. That's why movie companies are all over the place because there's no way to do about it because it's like 20% of the market's just disappeared.
That's the first I've heard of it from Rod. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was in the... I read the FT. No one else does, do they?
Well, a lot of the software houses anyway, like, say, Namco Bandai, they're based in Japan, not China anyway. I can't think of many software houses out of China.
No, it's not. All software companies would have about the financial departments will take into account this market.
Right.
So they work out what the budget would be for a game development. And then they take into account what all the markets are going to be. So if suddenly they know for certain that 20% market has just disappeared.
Right.
Let's say they have to rework out all their budgets.
Right, fair enough. Okay.
So it's threw all the projects into disarray for the last few years.
Okay. Well, I know the Blue Protocol in Japan it drops on June 14th, but over here in the Western world in the EU, we're really not sure. I'm talking early part of 2014. I don't know whether that's in relation to what Rob just mentioned, or whether it's just that they've got to translate it all, and that takes some time.
You know, that probably translated. It's probably nothing to do. Probably nothing to do with.
Yeah.
Because your medium size and your small games will be fine. It's your big budget games that are all in disarray at the moment. Yeah.
Atlas Galacticus is saying that he feels that there might be more procedural generation coming into the game. I was very hopeful for procedural generation coming in a future update, but now that it's out on platforms such as Switch and also with early gen struggling as much as it is right now, I think if they added in any other procedural generation, we're just going to get consoles melting next.
Yeah, it's a shame they should have kept Switch multiplayer on its own. Really?
Yeah, or local LAN play. You can connect one Switch to another Switch, can't you? Even if they gave it that level of multiplayer.
But we'll see. Yeah.
We'll see what they do when it comes to multiplayer, but when it comes to procedural generation, I really don't know whether they're going to be able to do any more of the algorithm than what they're already done, unless they set up some sort of alternative dimension, where in that alternative dimension you can't summon your freighter, because that causes crashes. You have no settlements in that alternative dimension, because they cause crashes. And there's no base building, so there's no rendering issues. So I think the alternative dimension idea would just be you can raid it for a certain amount of time per day, and in there they can do whatever they like. It could be Hello Games' universe is what I'm thinking.
Or you go to it and never return.
Yeah, like Artemis.
You're stuck in that.
Yeah,
it's stuck in there. Yeah, but it's a separate system then, isn't it? So it solves a lot of the issues.
Yeah, some people just want to do the exploration. Some people bought the game based on it was a sole exploration experience, and that's what they built into. And now it's got base building, settlements, freighters, all the things that we didn't see in the release trailers that we pre-ordered the game for, which are all lovely things. But there are some people that would just rather hit up solo, just relax, just go and explore, name stuff, label stuff, and maybe they can do that in this alternate dimension and get away from all the multiplayer and crashes and complexities.
And I scan creatures, so as I stated to you. So
yeah, you've managed to hit a new milestone. You want to tell people about your milestone, Ed?
Oh, today I scanned 1,000 planets, all fauna scanned.
All fauna scanned 1,000 planets. There you go. There's something to do. If you're looking for something to do in No Man's Sky, try and beat Ed's 1,000 scans. I have seen other people hit the 1,000, which is an awesome achievement. I mean, you can cheat and just go to all the exotic worlds and just scan the one creature on there.
I guess you could technically, but you'd have to go to a lot of systems don't have a one station, so you'd have to have a hell of a lot of work to do that. So.
You just go to the ones that say data unavailable, the Uncharted systems.
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes you find 3 in one system, you know. So
I've got over 12 million nanites to prove that it's not one at a time.
Bloody awesome. Nice one, Ed. Well, that's an awesome achievement. Well done, you. There you go. I'll get the harmonica out. Well done, Ed! There you go. Cool. So, I haven't really got any more speculation around Apple or the actual expedition. Or if I'd say what the expedition would be, I'd like to hope that it might be something like Dystopia and include all the corrupted Sentinels and have some new missions that we haven't seen in any other expedition based on the newer content that we've had. If you could see any expedition, Rod, what would you like to see, or what do you think is most feasible?
I am completely blank at that at the moment. Yeah.
I've
gone blank. In 2 minutes' time, as soon as you end the stream, I'll remember something.
How about you, Ed? You got any wishes for the update, expedition-wise or other?
Not really. Most of the stuff they've done is neat. The last one they did was pretty cool, but the one we did before that, when we had to do the one you mentioned with the, we had to do the weird thing with the planets, that was neat. I like that one. So, it'd be neat if they could do something like that with your freighter again.
Yeah, because in the last one we sort of went into an abandoned system and brought the abandoned system up to standard again. And if you went back to that system after you finished the expedition, it was actually a normal space station. So it went from being abandoned to being a living, breathing system again. I think that would be a nice addition to bring into game if you do find an abandoned system to bring it back into check.
Was it abandoned before the end of the expedition? Before the big expedition? Oh, that been good.
Don't know. I don't know if anybody had been there before. Because I think it's did it say discovered by Hello Games? I'm not too sure.
Yes. Yeah, they probably popped that in the system. I wonder how they do that sometimes. I think they just slot in new systems.
Yeah, because part of me thinks that these massive colossal archives on planets look like the new space stations, and parts have broken off, gone down to the planet and landed. And it's funny how you've got that survey chart there, and we've also in our logs got the survey sort of mapping. I'm wondering if you do a load of surveying, upload it in an archive, it links to the space station, and if it's an abandoned space station, maybe it brings it back into life, like you, almost like terraforming, but not like a lame cut down version.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm saying to myself it's just going to be an expedition and an update and a few tweaks here and there. But another part of me is hoping that it's going to be space stations, everything about the space stations. The new ones, all the ships are functioning. There's like lots of stuff that's still just going to fall into place. It's been missing.
Yeah, I think if it's not on the cards this time, Rod, it's probably going to be in the larger update later this year. I honestly think later this year we're going to see all that good stuff come in. If it doesn't happen this year, and they've left us with these station overrides in our pockets for a year and a half now, it'll be 2 years if it gets to the end of this year without them. And I think that just takes a freaking pee.
Well, Captain Steve, one of the planets I was on, after you had mentioned that, I was on maybe a week ago. One of the I came right smack on an archive, and it was like it was in like a dugout part of a mountain, and I could walk right under it, and I was looking up at it. It was like all engines underneath it. It looked like engines, without fail. They looked like engines.
Yeah,
that'd be a good expedition. You go to space station and you get the bits, and as you go along you get the station override. Then you have to go and find stations to upgrade to the new versions.
Yeah. Well, they could put that in, couldn't they? You know?
Or you better do something to fix one of the archives on the planet and make it take off into the space and turn it into a space station.
Yeah, actually see the archives taken off from the planet. That would be mental. Yeah, that would be cool. They're actually a lot bigger than what you see on the surface. They go miles underneath the surface, don't they? Yeah. I'm probably going to be stopping doing the Distant World tours. I'm going to pick up doing the Distant World tours after I manage to do the update content, whatever the update content is. Cover that for a while. But I'm thinking in between now and when the update drops, I think I'm just going to be looking for a colossal archive. I want one with a big ball that's floating above it. I want it on a planet with no storms, and and I want to be able to build a nice news desk there for whenever I'm inside the game, because you've got the NPCs walking around in the background, but at least you've got planetary stuff and ships landing and things. I think that would be a better news desk than inside of my freighter. So I think I'm going to go on a hunt.
Do you want me to build you a desk?
Yeah, you can do it if you want. Yeah, you can
a nice carved desk.
Yeah, I could do with some help. Build a bit of a desk.
Yeah, a nice carved desk with a but then they wouldn't see it, they'd just see the carved front, wouldn't they?
Well, yeah.
It's Captain Steve. It should be a nice royal oak.
I have to think about it.
Yeah, it needs to be dead flat as well. You can't put anything too nice on there because my green screen would just take it out anyway, you know?
Yeah.
So it has to be quite simple on top, but you can have stuff... No, I can't even have stuff behind me because I'm going to have the green screen. Oh, no, you can. You can put stuff behind as well, yeah. That could work. Yeah, you can always come over and help me with shrinking some bits and stuff and making something nice.
Yeah, I'll think about how, think about how to make you a nice desk.
Yeah, as soon as I find a planet, I'll let you know. Yeah, because I don't really want to put the coordinates out there for everybody, though. I know that sounds a bit selfish.
Yeah, I know.
But
no, I know.
Really?
Not really. Yeah, most of the people here, but like someone will pick up on it and somebody. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You'll always get some kind of troll or some guy that just wants to be a dick to say it, just to do something because he can.
It happens, doesn't it?
Just like the morons that try to get killed people inside the Nexus screen in there to go out of his way to hack his computer to make so he could do it. So, I mean, you know.
I do like how Professor Cynical brought everybody together to stop that from happening and annihilated them for doing it. And it stopped. So nice from Professor Cynical, and also Hello Games for patching it out as well in the end.
Yeah,
it was good fun while it lasted. Not that I could take part because everybody had god tier ships and you just get melted. Great fun. Yeah, somebody else just pointed out that the apple has changed colour. Heck yes, it's gone from red to green. Does that mean that it's going to be a go this week, is what I'm thinking? Are we going to see it drop, like, tomorrow?
It could. If we don't hear it, if it doesn't in the next couple of days, then it's Monday.
Yeah. I think if it was going to drop tomorrow, we would have seen the depot update before 5 p.m. today.
Yeah.
Well, the last couple of times they dropped them on a Friday, because I'm on Xbox, and I didn't get the update till the following Monday or Tuesday.
Xbox is a bit hit and miss when you get your updates, mate.
Well, sometimes, usually not. When it's on a Wednesday, I've usually got it that day, but it's when it's on a Friday, I usually don't get it till the next week. I don't seem to, although once I did get it on the Saturday, but...
I don't think PlayStation updates the store on a Monday all too often either. It's usually a Tuesday or a Wednesday, isn't it? So...
Well, it's like somebody at Xbox has got to hit the button to say, okay, here you can have it, and they all go home by Friday by the time they do it, so there's nobody to do it till Monday.
I really,
James,
really...
I don't think there's going to be any sales this time round because it's coming to a new platform.
No, a little bit like when it went over to PlayStation VR, the only sale was on the PlayStation, but I don't think there'd be a sale on Apple Mac on day one, just like there wasn't with Switch.
Yeah, and it can be annoying for other platforms if it's on sale on other platforms, but it's been launched in a new platform. It devalues its product.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's on launch, if it's on sale on other platforms, it's like, but there could be a sale a couple of weeks later.
Yeah,
the Apple
Mac users. If I was an Apple Mac user and I saw that it was on sale on Switch and on PlayStation and on Xbox for the same game that I was buying, I think, I'm just going to wait till there's a sale.
No, the users wouldn't, but the media outlets would make an issue out of it because they need to think, they have to make up content, so they'll do throwaway lines. It just irritates everyone.
So, do you think you'll buy it on Apple Mac if it's full price? If it's like 40 quid?
Oh, well, it's probably going to be full price. I've just updated my system software to the latest version.
Yeah.
I usually delay that as long as possible because I hate doing I'm an old computer user. You never do 0.0 anything.
Yeah.
So when it comes to games, so I've updated to Ventura 13.4.
Okay.
I've got 40 gigabytes of RAM.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got my Radeon Pro. 40 gigabytes of RAM. I need that for my Photoshop.
Yeah. Well,
I can really slow things down.
Well, if you do get it for your Apple Mac, I'll be interested to see you stream it. If you can you stream it?
My processor. Okay? Yeah, I stream from a computer. I can stream. Yeah, just asking that. 3.8 gigahertz, 8-core Intel Core i7 chip, an AMD Radeon Pro 5700, 8 gigabytes.
Nice. That sounds more powerful than my Alienware. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. When Apple releases stuff, it's always top end.
Yeah.
But then you get 5-10 years of use out of an iMac. I've got iMacs from 15 years ago that I can still run.
Do you think
but they just gather dust.
Do you think you'll start a new play file?
I am very tempted. But like I said, I need a sugar daddy and a sugar lady to give me the money for the VR glasses. I really want them.
Well, maybe you can reach out to Apple and say, hey, can I have a pair? I'm going to play No Man's Sky. And stream
no,
it.
they wouldn't do that. Yeah, like $1.5 I'll sit there and go, $3,000 is like,
I just checked the community mission. When you made your video a couple of days ago, I think it was at 72%. It's still only at 74.
Yeah,
74.
Yeah, it's not going up.
So they super nerfed that. I mean, that's only 1% a day.
Well, I have seen it jump before by about 10% when they want it to. So even if even if it gets to about 80%, it could jump all the way to 100% in 24 hours if they want it to, and it could. I mean, I use that as a gauge. I use the Quicksilver store as a marker, because as soon as that's empty, Hello Games have got to put in an update of some kind, even if it's small, just to replenish the store. There's still going to be an update, and sometimes it can just be a dev update, and they might just put out, a list of things in the community, and if they've changed the featured bases, but they also put in the Quicksilver stuff. So there's definitely going to be an update.
Do you know what they're going to give for the Apple update? And it'll be build items, so you can have a little iMac. Remember the classic iMac?
Yeah.
From the 1990s. That's what they're going to put in.
Like the one that was all built into the monitor.
Yeah. The orange background. From 1999, that'll be a base part. You'll have a little different colour iMacs.
I would actually like that in game. I would like that in game.
Cool.
I'd want them. Yeah. I mean, it could just be the one colour, and then you press the colour chart thing, and you can change the colours anyway. Yeah.
They'll do it for 5. They'll do 5 different versions.
Oh, so you've got to unlock them all.
Colour. Yeah. They'll stretch it out. A classic Ives design. That was Jonathan Ives.
I'll be happy with that, and maybe an Apple decal as well, or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, Apple decal. Yeah. Not really, but now I put it in there, everyone wants it, so
Dark Lord Eric's hit up Isaac Newton, so the whole sort of laws of gravity and all that sort of shenanigans with the Apple calling. That'd be nice if they improved gravitational storms a little bit more. I mean, it's hard to tell when you're in one.
Yeah, an apple tree, just a tree that has an apple that grows, then you pluck it.
Those are quite cool, those gravitational storms. You tried being in a cave, when that storm's on, you can actually float across a cave sometimes. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, I can't really tell when I'm in the gravitational ones. I can tell when I'm in the tornado.
I remember the original Mac as well. Yes.
Cool. Well, I don't think I've got anything else that's worth adding. Have you guys got anything you want to add in?
No, I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah. So, Rod, you got anything new coming to your channel or anything we need to be aware of?
No, I've got a build video I've been delaying for months now because it's half an hour long.
Okay. What's this build? Is it anything you can share, or is it a secret squirrel one? Okay, cool. I see. Yeah, cool. I have to see that one.
It's the thought of doing I've been trying to do a voiceover for a bit. I hate doing the voiceover bit in my videos. So it's all edited, it's all done, it's just doing the voiceover, and it's like the thought of repeating and then you do this, and then you do this, and repeating the same line over and over. Sometimes now, if it was a 10-minute video, it's alright, but when it started doing the half-hour ones, it starts to get really sort of like, because it's like, yeah.
I have watched like
other builders. I then start getting lost myself and I'm talking where I am.
Well, I have watched other builders, and sometimes their videos, they would just do the build without talking at all, and they'll put this technique is this, banjo technique, and then a link at the top to the banjo technique or whatever, and just have some nice music playing and just the video of it being
I've done
built.
that with you. Yeah, I do that with my non-glitch builds where I just try and do it in half an hour and then with minimal editing so they can just build along with me.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
But you can't really do that with glitch stuff, especially some of the techniques I'm using. You have to be explained.
Cool. Well, we'll look out for that one, and I'll be looking out for whatever you say about this Mac update after it drops, because you're my Mac guru, really. You're the Mac go-to guy. So, yeah.
I've been using them for decades now.
Yeah, I'd like to see what your Apple Mac can do when it comes to No Man's Sky. So if you can stream it, if it does look awesome, yeah, I'd love to see it running. So yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on your channel after the Mac update happens. Nice one. All right, well I think I'm probably going to end off then, if that's okay with you guys.
Yep, I'm fine. Yep. No, keep going. You can sit there. I'll just talk to the people in the chat.
You're not seeing anything in the chat that you want to point out?
Oh, I've mentioned it a few times.
Yeah, me too. I haven't seen anything different other than they're all making jokes about an Apple further update or something to do with Apple.
yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it? Yeah, I did see some. I think Atlas Galactus going, I got a pen, I got pineapple. Apple.
Yeah, the original. The Newton. Oh yeah, that Newton. I remember that. But then you've got the original little Lisa Apple. We could have one of them as well. Yeah.
Went to school with Isaac Newton. Yeah. Dear. It's just how you said. I remember that. It's like you was there. He was in the tree, hitting the branch with your foot.
Oh no, I was talking to someone in the chat without telling them who I was talking about.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Sorry, branching.
No, that's good. That's so good. Yeah. What? Vegan living ships? What? Oh, I'm gonna have to read this chat back after my stream's process. I'm gonna read back this chat because it looks like they've had a bit of a laugh in there, to be honest.
I think it would be cool if they gave us a Sentinel frigate.
Sentinel frigate.
Yeah, we're still waiting for the. Yeah, we're still waiting for the. Yeah, the golden frigate was freighter.
Yeah.
Sentinel frigate. Oh yeah, not freighter. Sentinel freighter.
Frigate, yeah, because we got a million kinds of ships, and our big freighters are Sentinels. Although that, as Captain Steve's mentioned a bunch of times, it'd be nice to get that supposed Sentinel engine for your freighter that's been there for 8 months now that we haven't got.
Yeah, it's weird that, isn't it? It's like they just forgot that it was there.
Weird. It is weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me wonder sometimes if the people at Hello Games, because they're moving from game to game, they start working on something. They're like, oh, squirrel, and go over to the other game.
Yeah, they've got OCD.
What they had worked on over on the other project, and it's just bits of code left in because someone's got overexcited on the other game.
No, that's the condition of working at Hello Games. You have to have OCD. Attention deficit, ADHD, I should say.
Yeah, I keep putting it in videos, and then I send a load of stuff over to people at Hello Games, and on Twitter you can see whether they've read it because it says seen. So I know they've read it. I know they've seen it. I'm like, where are these Sentinel ship trails? Where's this solar helmet? So hopefully it's on their radars. Hopefully it's going to appear in game at some point, but who knows? Yeah, it's just as and when. Anyways, it would be cool to have Sentinel frigates. I think you're right there. That'd be cool. But yeah, anyway, I'll end off then, yeah? Bye, people.
Yep.
Bye. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.